Joanne Swartbooi, I beg your pardon, her bail application continues today in the Palm Ridge Magistrate's Court. Swartbooi is accused of killing Timothy Jacobs, which is a boyfriend, and the father of her 3 children. Just last week, Swartbooi argued that the state had no case as there's no tangible evidence and it would be in the best interest of the law that she's released on bail. Our reporter is Tshegohaco Moagi. She's live to us now from inside the courtroom. And Tshegohaco, it's yet another shocking story in South Africa's news cycle. Get us up to speed with how Joanne was linked to the killing of Timothy and what was done in court last week.
Well, good morning, Ayanda. Indeed, quite a shocking case this, and a lot of people have really called on for it to be seen as a gender-based violence case. Because, of course, she, as you've mentioned, allegedly killed and burnt her boyfriend and father of her 3 children, Timothy Jacobs. Now, last week in court, Joanne Swartboi's attorney really just reading out her affidavit as to why she should be granted bail. She is facing a Schedule 6 murder case at the moment, and that means that, it really is a huge one for her to try and get bail in this instance. But her affidavit really just stating that she says that she was forced to confess at the police station for this particular murder, saying that there is no evidence that Timothy Swartbooi, Timothy Jacobs has actually passed away. The family reported him missing after they could not get hold of him for a couple of days. And in her affidavit, she's also stated that the case against her is based on hearsay, that there isn't a body for the state to actually prove that he's actually deceased and that she's the one that killed him and allegedly burnt his body. Just some of the issues that were coming out of the affidavit last week in court. But of course, she's also stated that she is a mother of 3 young children, 3 minor children, who are now currently living with Timothy Jacobs' mother. She has said as well that in her affidavit that the children are living with her mother-in-law, but this was not according to her will, so without her consent, that these children are in the Jacobs family at the moment. So those are just some of the issues that came out of court last week. The big one, of course, being the fact that she is saying that there isn't a body to deal with at the moment. There won't be a post-mortem because there isn't a body. And that is what we have heard, that she burnt him beyond recognition, burnt him to ashes, in fact, Ayanda. So that is an argument that she has then raised in her affidavit last week. Today we were expecting the investigating officer to testify in court as soon as court proceedings start here in Palm Ridge.
A big job for the state is to also try to prove a motive. If Joanne actually did do this, why?
Absolutely. That is going to be the big thing that the state needs to then prove as to why did she decide, if she did kill him, why did she decide to kill Timothy Jacobs, and where exactly is his body? In her affidavit, she also stated that the police took her to a dumping site where there were allegedly ashes that were put there, ashes apparently linked to Timothy Jacobs. But DNA is still being conducted to find out if anything that was found relating to Timothy Jacobs was actually his. We understand from the family that she burnt, that they believe that she burnt him and everything that belongs to him, so including his clothing. So they've got no tangible, they don't have anything tangible that actually belongs to their child. But the motive, of course, is still one that we need to get to. She did not mention anything about this, of course, in her bail application last week. But speaking to the family before this trial, this case actually started, they did say that they did ask what happened. Why would she be violent towards Timothy at any point? And she apparently said that she was just irritated with him at that point in time, and that's why she allegedly then killed him. But what she mentions in her affidavit is that the state is going to have to prove that she actually killed him, that he actually is deceased, as there is no body at the stage. And as you've mentioned now, Ayanda, the state will then also have to find motive for why she decided to do this, if she actually did kill him.
Yeah. Very quickly then, Tshegohaco, in cases like this, we would have heard something from someone in the community who must have seen something. I mean, to go through the process of burning someone's body is not something you can really do secretly without leaving some kind of evidence. What, if anything, have we heard from the community where these 2 individuals are from about even just the nature of their relationship?
Well, of course, the community is slightly reluctant to actually speak to us on camera. So the conversations that I had with the family before this case got into court was what they were told from the community and the people that actually live next to Joanne and Timothy. And one of the elder gentlemen that lived next to their house actually told the family that there was a fire that raged on for about 12 hours. So from about 6 p.m. that night into 6 a.m. the following day, and it raged on for that period of time. And there's another neighbor that went to the family and said, you know, it's quite interesting that this has now transpired because Joanne apparently continuously requested black plastic bags, from this particular neighbor. So, I mean, Ayanda, even when we were at the scene of this crime, this alleged crime, you could tell that there was a fire that had burnt. You know, the wall that we had seen was actually, it was black, and you could tell that there was some kind of fire that had burnt there. But this is all, as Joanne has stated in her affidavit, hearsay. It's everything that we are being told by neighbors at this point in time. So that is what the neighbors have told the family. The family saying that they believe that she committed this, but they're also just trying to understand why she would do something like this to the father of her 3 children.
That is among the many big questions to be asked. Tshegohaco Moagi, thanks very much indeed for that update. Sobering details she's left to us there from the Palm Ridge Magistrates Court.